Okay, this is, I guess, another pickup video, because I got some new ones and some old comics too. And as you can tell, the first one that I picked up at the comic book store like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I think it was 3 weeks ago, was Scarlet Spider #1. Yes, this is Kane. And this is a pretty good issue too. I mean, you know, he's trying to be, it's like a darker version of Peter Parker. If Spider-Man, if Peter Parker like had no family, no friends, and if he did some horrible things, it's a pretty good story. And I plan on getting #2 on the rest of these issues, because I am a big fan of the original Scarlet Spider, and I am liking this. It was a pretty good intro. The only downside though, that's this little cover right here, this costume, he never gets into it. That's the only downside. But other than that, it was pretty good. And the next one I picked up just actually today that I'm recording this video is the Justice League #5. And I've been holding off on getting Justice League because it is $1 extra at $3.99. But man, I'm telling you, Jim Lee's artwork is amazing. Jeff Johns did a good job, and you know, this is like my first Justice League that I picked up in years. So I thought I'd check it out, and it was pretty good. Pretty good back and forth with Green Lantern. I don't know what they're doing with Green Lantern. He's supposed to be like a cocky, arrogant jerk or something. I mean, I don't know what they're doing with that, but you know, it's a pretty good issue. And the next one, Fantastic Four 602, continuing that storyline. Was the storyline with the Forever storyline pretty good. I'm telling you, when I saw this amazing splash page with Galactus, when I saw that page, I was just in awe. I was like, yes, Galactus. Anyway, this story is about pretty much he summoned Galactus, and he destroys a lot of the Kree fleet, and pretty much at the end, the Celestials, the Mad Gods appear, and it's gonna be Galactus versus the Mad Gods of the Celestials. And I cannot tell you that, yes, I'm gonna get that one for damn sure. I can't wait to see Galactus kick some, you know, Mad God ass, I guess. And Future Foundation. Now this ties into #600. And this, I would recommend reading this before you read 602, Fantastic Four 602. Because this, I read Fantastic Four 602, and this, it made a lot more sense, because this connects directly into that. And it turns out that they were never trying to win against these Mad Gods and the Celestials and that the Council of Reeds and everything. They were never trying to win. All they were trying to do was just buy enough time. And Doom was fundamental to that plan. They used Doom in order to buy the time, even though it involved him apparently sacrificing himself and killing himself. But it was a pretty good issue. It goes well with 602, and you know, everything just makes much sense when you read it. So yeah, that was this one, and time for the older ones that I picked up. Superman, an Action Comics #700, The Fall of Metropolis. Like I said, I had the Battle for Metropolis, and this comes right after the Battle for Metropolis. Right here, and this is Superman, right here, trying to hold back the Daily Planet globe that went off. And apparently what happened is, Lex Luthor is falling apart, and so he's about to detonate a bunch of bombs and to send off a bunch of torpedoes in Metropolis, but Superman manages to convince him not to by apparently appeasing to his ego. And what happens is some deranged lackey of his sets up a bunch of bombs and or the torpedoes and levels the Daily Planet, and Superman's trying to race to stop him. So it's a pretty good issue, as you can tell, and you can see people running for their lives. And the next one, Superman #91, and continuing this. Unfortunately, I didn't get the 25th one. If you see, it's 26 right here. The other one's 24. There's something that comes before this, so I didn't see it. But anyway, it's pretty much Lex Luthor created a bunch of fail-safes. He was like a very paranoid person. He created the torpedoes, the bombs, robots, just in case anything would have happened and he would have gone off in certain cases. This is one of those robots. And pretty much it's pretty cool, because Superman gets his ass handed to him by one of those rockets and gets knocked out for a little bit. Comes back, beats the crap out of the robot, and you get a nice interesting thing with the bum helping out a girl. It's a pretty solid issue, I will say that. And you can really see like Superman starting to get really frustrated at everything, just frustration. And this is Enters of Superman 14, like the fourth part to Fall of Metropolis. And you can see he's holding Lois Lane, and don't worry, she doesn't die or anything. It was a hallucinogenic thing that was causing people to hallucinate, and it was pretty much causing them to shoot people, go crazy, making, like, kind of if you saw Batman Begins with the the fear toxin, something similar to that, making people live the worst fears. And so that's what pretty much this issue is about. Pretty good issue, but at the end you get something that's coming for Luthor, and Luthor is pretty much on his deathbed because he was in the clone body at this time. Solid issue. And the last one, the Fall of Metropolis, the conclusion. 701, Superman. And this is Superman versus Lex Luthor. A dying Lex Luthor, but that would keep the suit, keeping him, pretty much him versus Lex Luthor. And that statue right there, that's Superman's statue that he's using against him. I'm telling you, it was so nice to see Superman fight Lex Luthor in a Kryptonian battle suit. Just badass, man. And of course, we all know Superman wins. He flies right through the suit and grabs Lex Luthor from the suit and takes him. But it was a pretty good battle. I'm telling you, it was nice to see two just really foes and bitter enemies just go against one another. And you get some good back and forth. And so, yeah, this has been my comic book pickup, I guess, for the week. Some new, some old. Superman's the old, of course. And I'll probably make some more videos when I have the time. But anyone, thanks for watching.